why people don't like you. Put yourself in their shoes. You are their boss. They have no choice but to listen to what you have to say. But people don't like you because you are their boss. Welcome to Sunrise Soul. Today is our Bible gateway for Christians new to tarot or into tarot, whatever. Okay. Let's get started with the scripture of the day. It came from today's devotional. Okay. Today is actually I mixed up the day. Today is May 18th, but I pulled it for yesterday. We'll be all right though. God is just. Peter 1, 1 Peter 2 through 23. He did not retaliate when he was insulted, nor threaten revenge when he suffered. He left his case in the hands of God, who always judges fairly. God's still working on me, okay? He did not retaliate, nor did he threaten to get revenge. You are not God. God judges fairly. Our parents were right. Life's not fair. We probably learned that first when we didn't get the larger half of the cookie or when one of our siblings got to go somewhere special while we were at school. As we got older, we might have learned about the lack of fairness a little bit more. Perhaps through wrongful accusations, denied promotions, or unmet expectations. It is easy to be disappointed with the unfairness of life. When wrongfully accused or misunderstood, it's hard not to take it to heart. We either want to defend our reputation until the bitter end or disappear. When faced with these situations, we can rest in the knowledge that God is just. He will judge everyone fairly. Thank you, God, that I don't have to worry about my accusers fighting their case more convincingly. I don't leave my judgment in the hands of a jury, and even the best attorney can make a case against me that will last into eternity. You know my situation, God, and more importantly, you know my heart. Amen. T. Life ain't fair, but God is fair. All is fair in these situations through Archangel Shamuel. You guys, this is about people who cannot evolve at the same rate as you. These people are getting left behind while you move into love, abundance, happiness, and fulfillment. Alchemy. These people were not expecting you to alchemize yourself over their base motivations. The reason why people hate you is because you're so hardworking, successful, and they are lazy, pig-headed people who refuse to evolve. There's always an issue with these people. Nothing that you do is ever good enough for them. They constantly project onto you. Some of you guys have been moving into isolation because you have not been able to have harmonious relationships. Isolation is the state of being separate and detached. Hello, welcome in. You are so separated and detached from the masses. It's kind of like you sit upon your throne and you look down at these conventional, lazy, disruptive people. You are their leader. You are. You are their leader. But some of these people will pretend otherwise, especially lovers, because they could not evolve with you. They're emasculated, embarrassed, and toxic, especially the lovers. They will pretend that you're not their leader. So some of them, they will go, hello, welcome in, you guys. Hello, the self code. Hello, hello, hello. SP production, hello. You are their boss. And you want somebody who's on your level. Some of these people hello, you guys. Some of these people, they don't want a relationship where their partner has a sense of duty. They don't want somebody who has a reputation. They don't want someone who has responsibility. Unfortunately, that means that they too do not have a purpose, a reputation, a duty, or a responsibility. That is not a partner. that is someone that is your subordinate. So a lot of them, they will ghost, they will leave, they will abandon, reject, or do something totally outrageous because they realize that they are not evolving at the same rate as you. The reason, especially lovers and so-called friends or associates, the reason that people don't like you is because they're emasculated, embarrassed, and toxic. You're their boss, and these people cannot keep up. You've never done anything to these people. So you're wondering, like, how could I, why don't you like me? Like the text says, it's easy when something doesn't go your way. This doesn't seem fair, right? This doesn't seem fair, right? Oh, there's a lot of wrongful accusations. There's a lot of, harmful gossip, right? People are denying you promotions. People are, there's a lot of unmet expectations. It's easy to be disappointed with the unfairness of life. Do not defend your reputation to the bitter end. Do not disappear into isolation because people have been committed to misunderstanding you. The reason that they hate you is because you're the boss. The reason they don't like you is because you're the boss. It is time for you with this Archangel Chamuel to understand your position, your role in an unhealthy relationship dynamic. Do not descend into isolation, okay? You are not separate and detached. You are too a part of the whole, although you are their leader. Isolation is a defense mechanism as well, and is meant to protect you from these painful emotions where people are treating you unfairly because ultimately they see you as a step above. They're emasculated by you. This is so unfair that they won't even, that they're always creating an issue out of nothing. They're never able to take responsibility. They can't keep up. Somehow this is your fault. Do not isolate yourself because of these painful emotions. Oh my God, I'm getting alienated. Oh my God, I'm so sad that people will not accept me, that they keep, you feel so disconnected from people. You may not feel like you're truly relating to people. This isolation is your own defense mechanism. This could be a representation of your own mental health condition, struggling with, depression, or social factors like loneliness, feeling as if you're lacking connection because you are the leader. Majority of the people will fall under you. You may be feeling like you're lacking connection because none of these relationships are harmonious, nor do they function. You're always in a dynamic that doesn't function. You're like, oh my God, all these dysfunctional relationships. I'm not going to blame them on my childhood wounds, right? All of these dysfunctional relationships. I'm not going to continue. What you need to do is to put yourself in their shoes. They're not smart enough. They can't keep up. Some of these hoes got their ass whooped. People that you had to fight off, use violence because they could literally, you didn't do anything to them, right? And they just have been disliking you. You're like, this is so unfair. I never did anything to you. They hate you because you're the boss. Some of these people, they don't know what kinds of relationships that they want. Some of you guys, you're a benevolent, compassionate, a charismatic leader, right? They come around you. Some of you, they coming around for a good time. They fake friends in your inner circle, right? The reason these relationships are disharmonious is because they don't know how to have a peaceful relationship with their boss. Of course they can't keep up because you're their boss. You're not supposed to keep up. I didn't make the rules. It's the natural order of life. You are at the top of the animal kingdom. You are the boss. These people, they have not been able to resolve conflicts. I'm not going to say that, because you are the boss, you're always right. I'm not going to say that because you're the boss, it's not going to be a situation where you have a conflict with a subordinate. But these people have been unable to resolve conflicts peacefully. As their boss, you're like, okay, My apologies for any kind of misunderstanding. My apologies for my mistake. You are very willing and able to recognize when you are making a mistake. These people, it's been very hard for them to recognize when they're making a mistake. They have a distorted perception and a clouded judgment. Excuse me. I begin parched. Some of these people have been holding on to resentment and they have been excessively angry, extremely sensitive, or projecting their hurt onto you. Like I said, y'all, this has not somebody's name that starts with the letter N. This person, you've never done anything to them. They have been projecting their hurt onto you. They project their toxic expectations onto you. You've never done anything to these people. Some of these people you barely know. They found you on the internet and they have been literally obsessed with you. And, because you are their boss, somebody's name is Katie, because you are their boss, they don't know what kind of relationship they want. Oh, coming around for the party, but still unable to have a harmonious relationship with you, right? Like I said, a relationship between the boss and the subordinate can be a challenging relationship. Despite your team building efforts, despite your good intentions, your benevolence and compassion, put yourself in their shoes. This involves you who my cat's stepsister turned out to be somebody came out as a lesbian this morning. We're inclusive, whatever floats your boat. Okay. But like I said, this relationship between a boss, okay, these people authority, you literally have to tell them what to do because they're not able to resolve the conflict. Something about you even having to mediate a conflict between two of your subordinates. You have the justice, you have the fairness. You're not God, but you are the authority in a particular setting, okay? But the utmost high has this ultimate justice, has the ultimate fairness, has the ultimate judgment. The utmost high, okay? So, like I said, putting yourself in their shoes involves you trying to understand the situation from their point of view. Imagine being in their position. Some of these people will never have an authority position. Some of these people will never have the same degree of success that you have. They will never have the same amount of wealth that you have. They will never have the status, or they will never ever reach your level. And I hate to say that, but it is what, imagine putting yourself in their shoes. It's not a result of the fact that they can't manifest into their highest timeline. It is because these people are lazy. These people who don't like you are the lazy ones. The people who don't like you, the people who are unsubscribing to you, the people who are projecting onto you, the people who constantly have an issue, they can't ever have a harmony and peace and peaceful resolution. Okay, it's because they're literally obsessed with the boss. They're obsessed with their authority. Some of them are literally having an issue with authority. They have an issue taking orders. They have an issue being in this subservient position. Some of this is not because the fact that it's an authority, it's because it comes from you. It's a personal issue whereby they feel threatened by you. Okay? Somebody keeps putting on every single outfit that you show up in, an accessory. Somebody here is obsessed. Somebody's name starts with the letter B or S. Every outfit that you show up in, this person is mimicking your style. They're mimicking your innovation. These people, they are watching you have a new way forward that they cannot mimic. So they too are getting left behind. The people who don't like you are the lazy people who have no innovation. Some of these people you barely know, and they found you on the internet and became obsessed. and put themselves in a shadow attachment. Some of these other people are coming around for the party, but they don't know what kind of relationship that they want. So they'll pick and choose what they like to support. I'm hearing a lot of selective hearing, a lot of selective supporting. But then there are some people who are going to support everything that you do. And I want you to remember that. Do not isolate yourself because people have a problem with your authority. They have a problem with the boss because they know that they're not the boss. And it's because they're lazy. You're doing the work for them, turning around and teaching them. Somebody keeps showing up in every single outfit that you put on. I'm hearing something about a blue jean outfit, something about the colors that you're wearing, some leg warmers or something like that, or literally every hairstyle, everything that you're showing up in. This person is obsessed with your style, looks, and beauty. They're literally obsessed as you delight in the good things in life because you are in a stable position and they are just having an issue with authority. But putting yourself in their shoes helps you understand, like, oh my God, what if I was, in their position? What if I was in the subservient? What if I was the person who never had any innovation? Some of you guys, your social isolation involves you feeling like you lack true connection and support to others. It's because they're having a hard time with authority. I'm getting, especially on the transportation and in your local communities, people that you have to see on a routine. You've been isolating yourself from people. Stop isolating yourself. Your survival involves you having a assertive engagement with the outer world. No, they're not going to like it, but that's not our problem. Now, while we can have empathy for you, put ourselves in your shoes. Thank God you're not, because the reason why you're not in their shoes is because you're not lazy like them. Okay, let's get into it. These people are lazy, which means that they're not fully engaged in their space, their work, or their relationships. They have a lot of sloth in business. They refuse to do the work. Stop projecting the work that you will not do. This is not the boss's problem. The boss is doing everything to make the best decisions on behalf of the collective. But your personal well-being is your responsibility. These people are lethargic and boring, and you have been needing, especially some of you guys, you are isolating yourself because you're dealing with a lot of people who are just not smart enough. I'm like, I don't feel like talking to somebody that I have to constantly be explaining the rudimentary concepts. Put yourself in their shoes. They see you're isolating, you're not talking to them, you don't want to connect with them, you're not even making eye contact. I'm hearing that you're completely ignoring people. This is why they don't like you, because they feel so ignored by you. They feel so rejected and abandoned by you. Put yourself in their shoes. They see you walking around as the boss, especially on the transportation in the local community. They know that you are their authority because of the way that you carry yourself, how you make those decisions, how you're always on point. You are fully engaged in your space, in your work, and in your relationships. These people, they show up and they're lethargic and they're lazy. This makes people pissed. Your laziness has nothing to do with me. Some of you guys have resulted to isolation to protect your time and energy because these people have, with their obsession, have become so parasitic. They don't like you, but they're obsessed with watching you. They cannot control their behaviors. They have been vamping on your energy to survive. And you are awakening to these parasites, these energy vampires and zombies who have been draining your energy and impacting your mood and motivation. These people, put yourself in their shoes, right? This is how we start to understand and, attract and manifest more peaceful relationships. You guys are manifesting more peaceful relationships. Don't forget, you are, like I said, do not isolate. You are manifesting supportive and peaceful relationships. Being alone does not have to be your lot in life. Get on the internet. Start to attract from people from different countries. Start to attract from people from all different walks of life. Through the third house, these people that you see in your local community, these people on the everyday basis, on the transportation, at the grocery store, these people are not smart enough. And you can tell that they're lazy when they accept and settle for these conventional, mundane lives. Put yourself in their shoes. These people are victims of the capitalist system, and they have not been liberated. You are liberated. You are celebrated. You are having a great time by yourself, some of y'all. These people, they feel left behind. This is why they don't like you. They feel left behind. They feel offended by you isolating yourself. They feel offended by your genius. Some of you guys, this is not good. You don't need to isolate yourself. Continue to try to connect. You know that people are going to have a hard time, but it's your job so that you can make decisions on behalf of the collective. It is your duty and responsibility to connect. You know that they're going to have a hard time with you being the authority. When they realize and have a high voltage awakening to you operating and functioning different than them, having a different approach to life, you having a better quality of life, you having wealth creation, you having status, authority, you being better. They're just not good enough. Sorry to say it, they're not. You know that they're going to have a negative reaction to you, instinctual reaction to you by the way that you communicate. It's like, do not hide yourself. Shine your brilliant and bright light, because these people need to see it. They need to hear it. They need to feel it. Do not isolate yourself as a defense mechanism, because this is painful when someone sees how you communicate and sees, that you're the boss, and sees, you on the, transportation, sees you on passerby, and they just become so triggered by you, and you've never done anything to them. You don't know them, but they can tell. This is why people don't like you. Don't get triggered into isolation to protect yourself from these painful emotions. You have to continue connecting with people, even though you know that they're unsure about what kind of relationships they want. They may even do something disrespectful. They may even do something weird. You're not sure if these are as a boss, you're like, well, nobody else is the boss. It's only one boss. It's only one fee. It's only one B. It's only one you. When you have gotten to this point where you are so individualized, that makes you the boss of your own reality. That makes you the boss of your life. No one has authority over you. Like I said, put yourself in these people's shoes. You being an individual, you being isolated, shows that you're not a victim of this capitalist system. They can tell the way that you set yourself apart that you think you're better than somebody else. You're lethargic and boring. And I am stable, empowered, and a charismatic leader. These people are parasitic. You know that they become obsessed with you because you evolve and keep going, keep growing, and they're just zombies watching you. Do not project the work that you refuse to do. Put yourself in their shoes. You are liberated. It doesn't even mean that you have to be a boss in a traditional sense. Everyone around you is still oppressed on this transportation, in this local community. They can tell that you're liberated by the way that you communicate yourself. Communicate. They're victims of the capitalist system, especially in the US. When I talk about when I talk about a capitalist economic system, that means that private individuals and businesses own most of the means of production in the markets. That means that the 1%, small few, is responsible for producing the goods and the services that All these oppressed people consume. They're not innovating. They're not the market holder. They're not the market shareholder. They are the consumers that you are marketing to, right? You as a social media influencer, you as a business owner, you as an innovative and creative being. Some of you guys have an extremely brilliant creative power or natural ability at something. And they see you, and this is something that they can't copy. So that makes you the boss of whatever you're doing. That makes you the exceptional intellect. That makes you the creative power. That makes you the natural ability. Put yourself in their shoes. They are victims of the capitalist system. They are not the private individuals and business owners that represent the means of production. Okay? This small percent of people determine the prices and the output. You are the determinator. You have the control. You call the shots. The capitalist system is exerting its control over their lifestyle. This is why they're oppressed. You have been liberated. The beautiful thing about the capitalist system is that it encourages your innovation. It encourages your entrepreneurial spirit. It encourages your risk taking. It encourages you to create real wealth. We don't need another ebook of something mundane and conventional that has already been done 900 times. We don't need another dark web, holy water infomercial. We need people who innovate and people who add value. We need radical thought leaders. Our capitalist system encourages your innovation. It encourages you to be an entrepreneur so that you can become liberated to do what you want, to speak how you want, to move how you want, to go where you want, when you want it. If you are not an innovator in this capitalist system, you are oppressed. Put yourself in their shoes. You are this innovator who's creating real wealth, an entrepreneur, perhaps influencers, people who market to the consumer. Free yourself. This is what Money Manifestations is all about. So I definitely think y'all should join the Winner Circle. Members only. They have been vamping on your energy to survive because they are going extinct. In our capitalist system, if you're not an entrepreneur, if you're not a risk taker, if you're not creating real wealth, you are not innovative and you are a consumer. You're not liberated. You are oppressed. This system encourages you to bring something new to the table. Put yourself in their shoes. They're lazy and they refuse to embrace and realign with the life that they desire. They are not harmonizing their mind and their heart to manifest the reality that they desire. They don't have innovation. The reason why people don't like you is because of your innovation, because of your exceptional intellect, your creative power, or your natural abilities. These are the people who won't grow because they're not innovative. Not taking those risks. You've taken a lot of risks to get here. They see you all stable now, but did you see me when I was running through the streets? Did you see me when I was homeless? Did you see me when I was scared for my life? Did you see me? Are you willing? These people have not been willing. This represents their laziness. You don't have empathy for these people. It's hard to put yourself in their shoes. You're like, you don't like me for no reason. They have a reason. Won't take responsibility for themselves. This system encourages you to create real wealth. It encourages you to do something innovative because the economy is capitalized by a slim few of private individuals and businesses. They are in control of the production. They are the suppliers. You are the demander. Don't get mad because you have not supplied anything. Don't get mad because you've been lazy. These people have been lacking comprehension and they refuse to embrace and restructure their current lifestyles. Some of you guys have been adjusting to major changes in your life. I'm talking major, a complete uprooting of everything that you've ever known. I'm hearing your entire reality. You've questioned it. They haven't seen the entire integration process. You have adapted through a period where you are regenerative and leading a more sustainable way of life. In this capitalist system, your lack of innovation, risk-taking, and entrepreneurial spirit is the reason for your extinction. Your lack of comprehension is the reason for your extinction. Some of these people are not even consciously aware of how threatened they feel by you. They're not even consciously aware that they are oppressed. Like I said, you are liberated. It is your true innovation and wealth creation that makes you the private individual as a means of producing something where there is a need, there is a demand. That makes you the decision maker. You call the shots. You are the authority of your life and your organization. It's a free enterprise, okay? They have, like I said, they're lazy. They have the freedom. You know, this is what dreams do come true. This is the American dream. It's a free enterprise. You have the liberty to grow a business, but you are not innovative. And that is the issue. Stop dressing up as someone else. Stop mimicking someone else's lifestyle. Stop going to buy the same cup with their 20% off discount and find your own style. Find your own innovation. If these are other people who are in the market operating as a business, their enterprise is not doing very well. They're not innovative or efficient. And I'm hearing that they get undercut a lot by your prices constantly. Some of these people, the reason that they don't like you is because they can't shop the way that you shop. They can't go where they want to go when they want to go. They don't have time to do anything because they're working for a boss and you are the boss. They're burnt out. They popped, flopped, and dropped. Some of these people who come around you for a fun time set firm boundaries. These people are ruthless. Some of these people are ruthlessly ambitious. They're not innovative. They'll steal from you. Some of these people, you're just unsure. They're just unsure of what kind of relationship that they want, especially because they know that you're their boss. They're like, well, I know I have to be in this taking orders position, subservient position. But that's why the boss is here, to make decisions on behalf of the good of the collective. It is in your interest to have harmony and justice. Don't worry about your accusers fighting a case more convincing than yours. Don't worry about the lack of fairness. Don't worry about the denied promotions, the unmet expectations. With Jupiter's energy showing up here, you have been endowed with great fortune. This is why people don't like you. These competitors, like I said, these are other enterprises. They're not innovative. They're not efficient. And their prices are getting undercut. These people have been gaining weight, losing property, and it is because of their own laziness and sloth in business. You know what is the virtue to sloth? Sloth is your vice, but discipline is our virtue. Don't get mad at the work that you refuse to do. While you've been becoming whole, you have been becoming an expert. experiencing benevolence, growth, prosperity, success, and accomplishments. Improve your communication, and this will bring about more harmonious relationships. Do not isolate yourself. Your communication should reflect firm and healthy boundaries. Your communication have an assertive engagement with the outer world. So they have no choice but to accept their position, because people who want to fight, people who've been so threatened by you being their authority, is because they have an issue with authority. They have an issue with taking orders. Before you can become liberated into your own freedom and your own enterprise and as a boss, you need to first learn the analyst role. You need to first be the servant. You have not had the discipline to do that. You've been lazy, sloth in business. So you won't be liberated until you learn discipline. You will not experience freedom until you've learned the restriction and boundary of discipline. They were not with you when you were working in the gym. They were not with you when you were shooting in the gym, when you were training for 2 hours a day, when you were studying for 30 years. They have not done the work. This is why they don't like you. Your success, growth, prosperity, and accomplishments, you are endowed with great fortune. These people have been in a power struggle with Pluto's energy. Set firm boundaries with these people. You are their leader. Don't like it? Next, your application has been denied. This is what happens when you master yourself. When you become the expert, there's no power struggle. You're not experiencing growth. You're not experiencing prosperity. You are oppressed. You're not efficient. You're not innovative. You don't have a creative power or natural ability. This is why people are upset. This is why people don't like you. There's no power struggle. There is simply the fact of the matter. People were not with you when you had changed and adjusted and restructured your whole life so that you can build this free enterprise. Don't be mad at somebody else for the work that you did not do. It's not your fault. The reason why they don't like you has nothing to do with you. You can have empathy for them. Like I said, put yourself in their shoes. These people, some of this, this laziness is a reflection of their own depression, is a reflection of their own mental health issues. Some of them, they want to do, get up and do the things, but they feel so tired and fatigued. Like I said, they're lethargic and boring. But there are no excuses. When you didn't have, some of you guys have not had a bed, have not had safety, have not had anything that you need, but you took those risks. There's no excuses. You did it tired. You did it broke. You did it scared. Don't scold another person for manifesting their dreams. Some of these people have been gaining a lot of weight. Somebody's name that starts with the letter M, a Scorpio, getting bigger and bigger every time you see them. Somebody's name that starts with Shayla, somebody's Aries. But you are starting, as with Archangel Chamuel, you are starting to put yourself in their shoes. Some of you guys, you don't have empathy. You don't feel bad for them because you know what it took for you to do this. You know how tired you are. You know how hard you've worked. They are slovenly and you are well polished, refined. This has been a process of deep limitation, deep restriction, huge character development on your end. And they're just like, I hate you. Some of these people have been thriving on conflict and drama. You guys are mirroring this though, okay? Like I said, you guys are mirroring this, fawning and flopping. You both are still unsure. A lot of these people that you're dealing with, you're still unsure of what kind of relationships that you want. But you need to have an assertive engagement with these people. Assertive engagement. You are their leader. You are their authority. There's no conflict and no drama when you're the one taking orders. Get your ass up now. Don't get mad at another person for delighting in the good things in life. 3 years ago, you set those intentions for the seeds that are flourishing, the flowers that are blossoming today. People want an instant gratification. That is not a sustainable and regenerative approach to your life. That's why these people are going extinct. It's because they refuse to plan for the long term. You understand the time value of money. You understand today's currency. You understand building your roads on today, because tomorrow's plans, tomorrow's grounds are too uncertain for plans. Get your ass up now. And don't be mad at the work you're not doing. You want to be free? You want to be liberated? You want to be your own boss? Get your ass up now. Instead of copying somebody else and putting on every single outfit and hairstyle that they do, that's not going to get you the same results. You look like an idiot. That's the reason why you don't want to, you're mad because you don't want to talk to you. You don't want to talk to them. No, you're not smart enough. I don't want to talk to somebody who's not getting it. You guys are experts, natural abilities, creative powers, exceptional intellect. We don't want to deal with anybody that we constantly have to explain ourselves to. You're committed to misunderstanding. It's either you truly have a learning disability or a comprehension issue, or this is laziness. I say I don't repeat myself. I'm not going to repeat myself. Get your ass up now. You are thriving in conflict because you cannot take the leadership. You cannot take authority. Get your ass up now. You're not in a power struggle with the boss. You're not liberated. You are a consumer. You are not innovative. You are a copycat. You are a dupe. There's no power struggle. Get your ass up now. You want to be free? Work for it. Don't get mad at somebody for having real creation of wealth. Some of these people, they can't take you being beautiful and being their authority. They can't take your style. They can't take it. Well, that's not my problem. That's just not my problem. Not my problem. Master yourself and become an expert, and looks won't matter. Your looks don't have to affect your fortune. You're lazy, and that's affecting your fortune. That big ass stomach is affecting that's bad for business. Stop eating. Learn some self-control. You're not liberated because you don't have any self-control. The wealthiest people are the humblest of people. Stop trying to come around with a power struggle, an obsession, trying to stroke your ego because you refuse to do the work. They're threatened and triggered. And this is the problem. You're not the problem. Their lack of surviving is the problem. They feel threatened because you're evolving means that you are on a constant expansion. You are experiencing constant improvement and growth. And they are stagnant, which means that they're either stagnant or decelerating. They're not doing well. They're going extinct and losing their properties, having a lot of poor decision making and mismanagement in their organizations. You will have to put up firm boundaries with these subordinates. Despite your team building efforts, there will always be attention. There will always be attention, but that's okay, because the people who do not evolve with you, you are honing and refining characters. Hopefully, the people who are in your subordinate position won't always have to be your subordinate. Hopefully, they will evolve into their free enterprise, right? But some of these people are failures, systemic failure, and they will dwell at the south end because they refuse to evolve and they refuse to get up and restructure their life so that they can have a free enterprise. As their boss, you teach them how to have a free enterprise. Be okay with being a servant and a subordinate before you are your own boss. There's a hierarchy and there's leadership for a reason. Evolve yourself and your spirit, and maybe you too can have a free enterprise. The reason people don't like you is because you are a free enterprise. That's why. They can't handle you being the boss. Be patient enough to evolve and become who you are meant to become. You are the benevolent authority. You have compassion and empathy for them. Put yourself in their shoes. This is helping you discover unconditional love, because it's tough, right? Being there. It's tough being there. Oh my God, I'm watching somebody live my dream life. Oh, well, maybe, I will never have what they have. Stop wanting to have what someone else's has by dressing up as them and copying every single outfit that they put on. That's a creep. That's a weirdo obsession. Stop doing that. You're mentally ill, and that's why you're going extinct. You don't have psychological well-being. That's why you're going extinct. They're constantly threatened and triggered. So, oh my God, I'm threatened and triggered, so I'm gonna go put on the same outfit to put myself in a power struggle with them. What? Strangers, hi. LOL. Some of these people, hi Stacy. Some of these people are strangers. They'll show up on your feed and you'll see them dressed up as you. You'll have the third eye instinct that these people are obsessed. Some of these people just like I said, some of these people don't know you and you never done nothing to them. And they are thriving on the conflict and the drama. This is not a real personal issue. This is not a beef. This is an obsession, and this is something that you've made up in your head. Dressing up as me and putting on every single outfit that I put on and mimicking my life and organization is not going to get you the same results. You are still oppressed, and you will dwell at the south end because you have not innovated anything. Our capitalist system encourages innovation. You are an expert. So that means you have the market authority. So this power struggle that they've been in with you to try to ameliorate their obsession is strange. You are never the boss. You are lazy and slovenly in business. You're not an innovative. You don't have exceptional intellect. You don't have a natural ability at this, especially these fake high priestesses. You don't have a creative power. You're not a natural at the creation. You don't flow. You're unhealed feminine energy. And this is divine feminine energy. Okay? That's all I have for you guys today. I used to wear pink religiously. They had a mission after we fell off, but they deleted every pic. It's not for them all after all. First of all, a lot of the girlies love pink, right? Pink is a gang. It's literally, look at Pink Aesthetic. Pink Aesthetic is a gang, a cult following, okay? So if you see somebody wearing pink, it's probably because they love pink, right? And you don't own the colors. You don't. Keep wearing your style. Just because another person's wearing pink, people will show up and maybe looking the same. Some of us, like in fashion, trends recycle. There's trendy fashion. that doesn't necessarily mean that someone's trying to copy your innovation. Some of these people, this is honestly just their way of honoring you and showing their, I don't know, paying their respect. But if you see somebody who shows up in the same exact outfit and tries to mimic your organization and your free enterprise, that means that they are not innovators. They're oppressed, and they have been extremely bothered by you. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. That is our message today. Remember that is, if you see someone doing something unfair to you, God is a just God. God will decide what is fair. It isn't what you are perceiving as a lack of fairness is the exact lesson that you need to learn. I agree. Yes, honor. They're honoring, right? They're honoring your creative power. They're honoring your style. They're honoring you. But some of these people, when they don't directly acknowledge you or they don't show where they got, this inspiration from, it is a thief. They're a thief. Somebody's a Virgo name that starts with letter B, Cancers, Scorpios. Some of these people, like I said, somebody's name starts with letter V. Some of these people will refuse to acknowledge your presence or honor you in public. That is a thief, especially the ones that keep copycatting every single thing that you do. That's an obsession, and you are oppressed at the South End. You are not the expert, and they're not getting any authority or respect from their behavior. Thank you, beautiful. I love you guys so much. Have a great Sunday. This is a great time to reset, do your Sunday resets. And, learning these experiences will give you the empathy and ability to understand another, which will actually enhance your peaceful relationships. You are evolving into peaceful relationships. I love you too, Pookie Bear. Love you. Hello, I'm getting off. So I hope you guys catch the replay, and I'll see y'all in the next one.